Powered by Ram trucks, nothing stops Ram. For the 5 on the floor right now for Wisconsin, that's the normal 5 you're used to, but Alexis Bielawskis got his first underneath the rim, and Singleton there to clean it up. Singleton, open floor, driving all the way to the well for 2.
That was breakdown in terms of a rotation defensively by the Badgers. Good rip there by Rhodey, excellent recovery.
And good find, Blackwell with the easy 2. They'll reset with 10 to shoot. Working against Bielawskis on the baseline with the hook, a little bit short. Good defense by Bielawskis, but then he goes out of bounds. All knocked free. Nick Boyd trying for it. The scramble in the midcourt, and he's got it. Boyd up with it, and the lob to Winter, who feathers it home.
And that was just a break.
Badgers with the ball out of the first media timeout. Boyd's 3 short and an offensive rebound for Nolan Winter. Out he goes to Austin Rapp off the bench for a 3. Badgers with the ball out of the first media timeout. Boyd's 3 short and an offensive rebound for Nolan Winter. Out he goes to Austin Rapp off the bench for a 3.
And we top 3 by Rapp.
The answer from Singleton's a little bit strong, and there's a rebound for Winter. 1 and done go the Cats. Motoring up the floor is Boyd, end to end, and he draws the contact. He'll
sprinting right in front of us.
Boyd good on the second as well. 1 year at San Diego State to shoot. Trapped by Martinelli. Finds Janicki. Shot clock at 2. Boyd's going to have to launch. Gets it into Blackwell, and there's a foul with 1/10.
Point outing so far this season.
2 for 2 in that trip. And Greg this season.
And Blackwell in the far corner, Kevin, just blanketed on Martinelli.
Singleton. And Singleton inside for 2. There is a lot. Blackwell. In the corner, Janicki with the open look, and he'll splash it home. Well, weaving around him. 6 to shoot. It's Garlock with 3 to shoot.
Nice look.
Finds Janicki, same spot, but a different result.
For Clayton to throw. There were a lot of hands in there.
Braden Carrington, the Tulsa transfer on the floor for Wisconsin, and a foul on the way to the basket.
If you remember in the NBA, a guy would get fouled at half court, have a sandwich, and then do the 3 to make 2. That's how old I am.
4 for 11 from the floor to start this one. Bounce underneath. Martinelli with good position down low, and he took it up against Nolan.
He broke verticality there a little bit, and he was in the restricted area. If he'd have jumped up in that area, we might be going the other way.
Averaged over 20 points per game, and he's right at that again this year. 20.5 last year, entered tonight 20.6 per game. Takes his experience in conference play, and he knows what he's getting into when he faces Wisconsin. Nice feed to Martinelli.
That's a pretty feed and excellent recognition by Martinelli of understanding time, score, and the defense.
What a pass. Zipped right into the shooting pocket for John Blackwell. Excellent feed from Andrew Rhodey. Wisconsin yet to cough it up. Rhodey back to work. Looking for another assist. Blackwell, same spot, same result. Back-to-back triple.
The correct call. The folks in Madison may not like it, but facts are facts.
And Kropp, who is 2 for 2 for Kropp. Wildcat basketball. And Boyd lost the handle, able to get it back. Finds Blackwell for an open look. And Blackwell's got the range tonight. His 3rd for 2,000 at Wisconsin to reach the 1,000-point mark. Martinelli, baseline foul, and he'll go to the line for a pair. I understood you got the best of Glenn many times in those matchups.
Yeah. We played it.
Trickle it out before a traveling call.
Another offensive rebound, potentially coming back to haunt.
Roll to the rim, and a chance for one more at the line. For
your point guard.
Bielawskis at the line, completes the 3-point play. 18 points for Blackwell, looking for more. Here's Rhodey, the dish. Blackwell, the 3. That connection. Northwestern. Here's Janicki. The step through, way off the window. 10 to shoot for Jaden Reed. They left him, and he'll take advantage with the 3. Turned into 13 points. That's efficiency. Blackwell in the corner, leaking out for 3. He's done it again! At 8 for 17 from 3.
This is a team in Northwestern who gets a much needed basket.
Janicki will enter it down to Garlock. Cutting to the basket is Rapp, and he puts it in on the left side.
Wisconsin, but Blackwell, savvy play of understanding that, fanning out to the corner.
How about that stat line that Weed's not the one giving out the gifts, they're just sharing on the birthday. But no gifts given to Northwestern tonight. Jake West. Wyndham at the elbow. And it's been that kind of offensive first half.
Martinelli kept pursuing the basketball. It's going to give Northwestern an extra shot here.
Page settles for that baseline jumper, but he hits. Here's Rapp, penetrates. A little bit strong, but he got the kind roll, and two more on the board for the back of this. Northwestern looking to push. Just find an offense anywhere. Martinelli's a good source for it, and he draws the contact and the foul on Blackwell. His Boyd and Blackwell tonight have combined for 23, 21 of those for Blackwell. Meanwhile, with 12, make it 13.
And you contrast the ease with which Wisconsin's run down the floor. Wisconsin's done a pretty good job of taking that away.
There's Rohde, 5 to shoot. Tough pass. Blackwell gathers, launches. That three won't go, and Page the rebound for North.
Close out because Blackwell had to go down there around his shoe tops to kind of catch that pass.
Entry down below. Martinelli, easy two.
Good job by Clinton, right where Martinelli needed it. Well done.
Maybe the best series of the night for Northwestern on both ends. Rapp gets the scoring column back.
And teams get an idea of whether they can kind of implement some of the things they've seen in the early.
Not the rebound to Janicki.
Good job by Blackwell on that near side of blocking out Martinelli.
And Rohde fouled.
City, and they both knew that they had things to kind of work on coming into this ball game, and this game, conference game.
21 first half points for Blackwell. Here's Rohde on the drive and a blocking foul against Jake West, and Rohde will go to the line. Sean mentioned his path through the Summit League and then through the ACC at Virginia, but in 3 years before coming to Wisconsin. So he may not be old in a Badger uniform, and we see this throughout college basketball.
Role at Virginia enhanced his game, especially on the defensive end of the floor, and has become a much better defender. So he gives you a lot of things in his 1 year here in Madison.
Zip that pass over to Blackwell. 5 to shoot. Carrington, back it goes to Blackwell. Tough contested two, but that's the half he's had. Martinelli around the screen from Kropp. In the corner, it's West for 3, and back-to-back triples for Northwestern.
Would be very, very difficult.
Second shot, Rapp in the corner, the 3 won't go, and halftime arrives in Madison. Chris Collins' team has not been able to get the running game going at all as the foul is picked up on Andrew Rohde to start off this second half, and then a bucket ends up with Bielauskas. He'll back it out. Boyd. Winter filling it up.
That is not an easy shot to the rim. Good delivery by Boyd, but that is not an easy shot for a guy to come under body control in the lane.
Oh, what a pass down low to the cutting Sheravino.
Right to the rim, trying to get something easy.
Rohde curling. In the corner, it's Boyd for 3. That's good. And Martinelli and Reed in the 3 off. Offensive rebound, though, for Trey Singleton. Freshman's had some good moments tonight, and he'll go to the line for a pair.
I likes the defender to make a move. He didn't try to go up when he didn't have the proper angle.
Singleton now 7 points, 5 rebounds with expectations. That's not an easy thing to do, especially as we talked about earlier, in a conference that's gotten older and deep. Launch the 3, and the rebound ends up with Singleton. That's his 6th board. Quick outlet to Clayton, driving inside. Good defense by Janicki, and a foul at the scorer's table. Austin Rapp ready to come back in as well.
Well, in the words of the great American
at the line. And the first point, not only tonight, but the first point of the had only played in 4 games before tonight. We were talking about it with Chris Collins. He said he woke up, they were in West Virginia, and he woke up with a crick in his neck and has been.
He was a team first guy and said, you know what, coach, I want to play. And a lot of guys wouldn't do that. And I think that's something that not only garnered.
Here's Reed. Tough jumper for Reed, and he got the kind roll.
Decimated by injuries coming into that ballgame. Nice curl. Well done.
And the dump down low for the flush to Arrington Page.
Really well done. And
Looking for right now if you're Chris Collins, isn't it?
keep playing and keep competing.
Here's Boyd to Winter, and the hammer on the base. Boyd. The Euro step and the touch. Count the bucket and a foul. Pretty for
the hands of Boyd.
Nick Martinelli back out there, turns with the left hand, and he's into double figures with 11.
Man, he is crafty.
Boyd attacks down the left side of the lane, and that's going to be a goaltend. Count the bucket.
Challenges, you cannot phone a friend.
No, there is no phone a friend, which is a good thing for me because there are very few people that would consider that.
But it's been this end that's really been impressive as well. He has hounded Martinelli.
Here's Arrington Page, turns the corner on Winter, wanted the and one. He'll have to settle for 2 free.
Riding the person he's defending up the lane, which took away the angle.
First turnover of the night for the Badgers. Page trying to cash in, and he does. In the first, Carrington took it away, and now numbers for the Badgers. Carrington, the open man, he'll launch the 3, grazes the rim, and it's thrown out of bounds. Clayton trying to sit without a field goal. 9 to shoot. Blackwell bumped by West, and that'll be foul number 3.
Of extra rest here because you're not extremely deep, especially talent-wise, along that front line.
Blackwell, baseline drive, counted off the window, and a chance for one more. Points per game. Entered play tonight, averaging 19 per game. He now has 26 on the night. 13 as a team. The skip to Blackwell, who has been on fire from 3. Can't hit that one.
How about the pass by Roden?
How about pass ahead to Clayton for 2. That eases the rim, no good, and Wyndham the rebound. Badgers 1 for 6 from 3 in the second half, and a 3. Entry from Reed in the corner, the jumper good for Arrington Page. He's got Green. Throws it back out, nobody there. Now Boyd, 2-on-1. He'll drive it right at Page and go right through it. Found to Austin Rapp. I look forward to sitting next to Sean Morris II in about 5 years, and a drive to the rim for 2 for Nick Boyd.
And a good job.
Reed turns the corner, just can't get the roll. There's Page again, though, and his shot rolls home.
And I think that kind of
to shoot. Rhodey, 1 assist shy of a career high. Rapp will try to provide him the bucket to get that assist, and he does.
And that was difficult.
Win over Indiana. Corey Provis, Andy Katz was there. I believe Robbie Hummel was on that call as well as Arrington Page hits the 2.
Arrington Page. Good go. And a lot of those rebounds have come in traffic, so there are going to be better days ahead, not just for Singleton, but for Northwestern this year.
Martinelli, another tough shot. A lot of energy expended on that end of the floor for Blackwell as well. After the big scoring first half. Hop step to the rim for Boyd there as well.
And Nebraska getting Rink Mass back has been just inspirational for them.
We saw so many of those go down in that first half. Rapp will try top of the key 3. Off the heel, rebound underneath, and out of bounds. Here's Mullins. Follows his own miss, short again. Kropp will finish this one off for Northwestern. Jones will dribble this one out. And Greg Gard is now 4-1 on his birthday. An 85 for the Northwestern Wildcats. Up next, we'll send it to our Chicago studios after a break for a Big Ten Live game break with Dave Rebson, Rayfield Davis, and Earl Watson. For Sean